Yeah, I like it.
Good morning and welcome back to Summit Sunrise. I am joined by very special guest, Jake the dog. I'm just kidding. This is Chance Hayes, and this is Jim Tillich of the Breck and Ridge Fine Art Gallery. And Chance Hayes, you are visiting artist, and also you're a cowboy too.
Yes, ma'am. I've been rodeoing my whole life, and then I studied art in college, and then kind of turned that into a professional career.
And it's worked out pretty well for you.
Yes, ma'am. I've been staying really busy, just traveling nationally and internationally with my artwork, and then it's been a privilege to show up here at Breck and Ridge Fine Art Gallery. Just, it's just been real busy and just been working a bunch on some artwork.
Well, and I think what's so cool. Oh, in fact, is that Jake on the?
No, that's a different breed. I promise.
Oh, okay. I could kind of see a little bit of Jake in there. But what I think is so very interesting about your work is the color palette that you use. And you had said last time you were on that a lot of Western art focuses on like the daytime colors.
Yeah, afternoon browns, and just the afternoon, the kind of what I call like just the earth tones of the afternoon and things. And I'm more interested in the early mornings and the evening colors. And then I spent a lot of time in New Mexico in grad school. And so I try to use, just kind of some things that I've seen in my life. A lot like that piece right there, just the washes and,
So you can see he's celebrating the horse, the strength, but also with that variety of color that he's got, warm and cool juxtapositioned against each other, and then white in the middle. What you've got is a more powerful statement and more focus. I like that.
And it's serene too.
Mm-hmm.
There's very much like I see
softer palette.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so what's interesting too, Chance, about your story is that your mother got you into art.
Yeah, I actually illustrated my first children's book when I was 12. And my mom helped me with all that, and she was already working with watercolor. So once I started working with her and doing some watercolor and stuff, it was, I just got better and better with it. And then when I went to college to study studio art, I just had more opportunity, just got to work with it more and more. And then I went on to get my Master of Fine Arts degree, and I continued to study watercolor painting and oil painting as well.
Okay, but
so water media was one of my favorite strong points. It was just different.
I think it fit your style.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's an oil on canvas.
Oh, okay.
So I do both, but like Jim said, it does fit my style. Like it's,
still water runs deep.
And you get so much emotion. I mean, look at the Native American and the reach, the look.
It's so emotional.
And it shows him honor. I think it's very special about Chance that he shows the Native American honor.
Yes.
Not everybody does, and I think this is a good thing because being from Oklahoma, I think you were right near the Creek. Which nation was it?
Creek Nation.
The Creek Nation.
Yeah, just south of Tulsa.
Okay.
But I just getting the opportunity to travel and rodeo. I got to go to Arizona to some really cool spots in New Mexico. And meet some awesome people, and I really want to pay tribute to the people that have helped build this country at one point and are, as much or are a part as much as anybody, in this country, and then the American cowboy. A lot of my family has a lot of history, just with just being in Oklahoma, being third, fourth generation cowboys, and just the average things that go along that, nowadays it seems like everybody's on their iPad or cell phone so much. And like I grew up where we were exercising horses and outside and so like, and so when I started studying in studio art, it just was fun for me because I was already hands-on and wanted to work.
Sure.
Now most people want to study graphic design which is good, or study computer arts and animation, and just seems like less and less people are going in the studio to really do hands-on things, whether it's jewelry making or original paintings.
Right, crafts.
Right, or just sculptures or just
Sure.
less and less of that, you know. So,
Unfortunately, it seems to be more of a dying breed.
yeah, and it is, I
Well,
promise.
no, it really is. And in the studio, oftentimes, and designers say this too, they'll say, we want to bring the outdoors in. Well, he's from the outdoors.
Right,
so he
right.
brings it into the studio and he paints it.
He really
and it's
does.
very obvious that he knows what he's painting.
Right.
He doesn't have to have a horse standing there for him to paint, you know.
Right. It's in your memory. And
Yeah,
your mind.
and I know what I'm looking for when I'm doing that, you know, and I know what I'm wanting the look to look like, and look at old Jake.
Yeah, Jake's
He's
a
so
good dog.
relaxed. You know, he's on TV and he is totally relaxed.
I know. He's like, oh, rub my belly.
He's like, you don't mind, rub my ears.
And he has a big yawn, you know.
I know. Well, and so also too about your. Tell me a little bit more so that folks can understand kind of the entire scope of who you are. So not only are you this amazing and accomplished painter, tell me a little bit about your competition too.
Well, I mean, I've been going up here to the Breckenridge Rec Center and lifting and running and trying to stay in shape, and I've got some pro rodeos coming up in April.
Okay.
I was going to go to some this month, but I just dedicated the whole month to the gallery and to painting and to, you know, and it's paid off. We've had 2 real good shows, had lots of sales. I mean, it's been good, you know, and I mean, but I've been up here working at it, you know, and that's something that, I mean, like I wasn't going to come up the whole month and paint and be here, but, you know, and if I could, honestly, I'd be here all the time. You know,
it's a good
but,
place to be.
Yeah,
I will
it
agree
is.
with you on
It's
that
awesome
one.
up here. And if I could, I'd be here all the time, but I have to go
And people appreciate it. They come in the gallery and they say, is Chance in today? We say, yeah, I'll be here in a little while.
Right.
They're coming in asking.
Right. Well, and you're not only at the Breckenridge Fine Art Gallery, but you also have you guys are
In
over
Vail.
in Vail as well.
In Vail as well.
Yeah.
And so in both places, but mainly here because, you know, there are a lot of young skiers here. And there are a lot of
Yes.
young families.
It's good to open up people's minds a little bit.
Yeah. And when little kids come in, he's teaching them how to paint something.
Oh,
Well, and
that's
I
so
enjoy,
great.
you know, and that's why I went inevitably there at first to get my MFA degree, and to do that is I wanted to teach at one point, but now I will teach, you know, later on, but right now I'm just trying to do what I need to be doing, you know, and
That
I've
is
got
so cool.
some things coming up, and I'm going to Canada this summer, and then I'm going to be going to Australia in February.
Oh,
So-
to compete in more rodeos?
Yeah, I'm going to compete over there. I'm going to compete over there, and then I'm going to also have an art show over there. So,
Oh, might as well combine them both.
yeah.
Well, I have to wrap it up with you guys, but Jim, can you give me more information on where you're located and when folks can stop by and chat with Chance and see his work?
In Breckenridge, right down Main Street, 421 South Main.
Hard to miss.
Park and Main,
Yep.
yes.
Right at the
Every
corner.
skier goes right by it, and they
Right.
look in the window. And so literally every afternoon from, let's just say 2 to 5, 2 to 6, he'll be
Okay.
there.
Okay.
And also Jake will be there.
Oh, we'll have
So
Jake
the
make
famous
Jake.
the famous dog.
Oh, yeah.
famous dog. Well, thank you both so much for joining me. I always have so much fun chatting with you about Chance and your fun adventures. And Jim, you do such a phenomenal job over at Breckenridge Fine Art Gallery with pieces from all over the globe. And of course, Jake. Thanks for joining us, Jake. Oh, all right, folks. We have more Summit Sunrise to come. Don't go anywhere.